Hi everyone, welcome to episode 8 of Turn This Way Mindset Podcast with me, your host, Jennifer Radke. In episode 2, I discussed the importance of how you set your goals. If you haven't listened to it yet, you need to go listen to it right now or after listening to this one. Today, we are returning to goal setting, but we're diving into something a little different when it comes to goals. The idea that goals have an expiration date. Now, think about it. We often talk about goals as these big, looming things we set for ourselves that become a someday kind of project, right? But here's the truth. Just like the milk in your fridge, goals have a shelf life. If you don't act on them, they can go stale. So I want to ask you, when is the last time you took inventory of your goals? This topic came up in a recent coaching call with a client. Like many other people, my client is a goal setter. And not just small goals, but big life goals. These goals follow all of the golden rules of goal setting. They are clearly written, attainable, measurable. Some of the goals are achieved and checked off the list, new ones are made, and yet there is still a feeling of dissatisfaction my client was having. So if he was setting goals, creating action plans, and achieving some of the goals, what was the problem? The problem lies in the goals that weren't achieved. Even if we think we have forgotten about them, they're still taking up space. A goal that hasn't been reached either loses its importance or it just starts collecting dust, making us feel overwhelmed and stuck. We are always changing and adapting to the world around us. We are changed by life circumstances. We are influenced by the places we visit and the people we meet. We grow, and over time, we come to deeper understandings of what we value and want from life. As we grow and change, our goals do as well. But what do we do with our old goals? What do we do with goals that are no longer applicable to our life? The big question is, do goals expire? And the simple answer is yes. Goals can expire. What you wanted for your life when you were 16 is most likely not what you want for your life now. The career goals you set in your early 20s probably do not apply to you in your 30s. The goals geared towards interests you had in your 30s may not apply in your 40s. When I was in my teens and early 20s, I wanted to be a high school English teacher. For various reasons, that goal didn't happen. Even though my life moved in a different direction and I liked what I was doing, I never made closure with the goal of becoming a classroom teacher, and it sat on a shelf in my mind, creating unpleasant, nagging feelings of failure. The thing is, I didn't even associate the nagging feeling of failure with that shelved goal until I took the time to do a little bit of digging into my self-awareness. Now, for the business owners listening today, this doesn't just apply to personal goals. If you own a business, the goals you have for your business can expire as well. It's why business plans need to be revisited yearly. The goals you had when you first opened may have changed in the years since. A business can be likened to a living, breathing entity. It grows and adapts and is in interaction with the environment surrounding it. Goals will be met, new ones will be made. So what do you do with the old ones? You can't let unfinished goals just fester in your mind. If old unmet goals are not recognized and come to terms with, they will sit as unfinished business in the back of your mind. You may be acquiring all kinds of levels of success and achieving new goals, but if you are allowing old goals to remain without acknowledging them, it will show up in your mindset. It can show up as dissatisfaction, disappointment, confusion, anxiousness, a general feeling that something is off, or a never-ending quest for perfection. So how do we avoid these feelings? And what do we do with expired goals? Well, the first thing you need to do is sit down and take inventory of all of the goals you have for your life or business, the new and the old, the unmet and the ones in progress. If you are like many of us on the path of success and self-improvement, this may be a lengthy list. Try categorizing goals to make them more approachable. Once you have listed all of your goals, it's time to get real with them and ask yourself some questions. So here's the next step you're going to do. You've got your list of all of your goals, past, present, unmet, in progress. You've categorized them to make it a little less stressful for yourself. Now you're going to ask yourself these questions. Why was this goal unmet? Why was it important at the time to have that goal? What feelings are associated with the goal? And most importantly, does this goal serve me now? Okay, let's stop there for a minute. And I'm just going to repeat that question again. Does this goal serve you now? In my case, the goal of becoming a high school English teacher no longer serves me. It's not something I want for myself anymore. And I can guarantee you that you have goals that do not serve your purpose right now. If the goal no longer fits in your life, if it no longer serves a purpose, it's time to expire that goal. Make peace with the fact that it belonged in a previous part of your life, but does not need to be a part of your life now. Accept that it was not completed, give yourself compassion, and move on. That goal does not need to take up space in your thoughts anymore. If a goal still serves a purpose now, and you would like to keep it, ask yourself why it is so important to keep that goal. Then ask yourself why it hasn't been achieved yet. Is this goal important enough to keep it and strategize new ways to break it down and make it achievable? If the answer is yes, great. Sit down with that goal, rewrite it, and come up with a new action plan to achieve it. If the answer is no, expire that goal and let it go. This process will take time and introspection, but will provide you with overwhelming relief and a new sense of clarity. Life is too short to hold on to expired dreams and goals. Give yourself freedom to be present and future-focused without unfinished business holding you down. So today, I want to challenge you to look at your goals like they have an expiration date. Put a timeline on them. Give them a due date. Don't let them linger forever, because after a certain point, they might not serve the person you are now or the person you're becoming. My question for you today: what would life look like if you could fully concentrate on the goals that matter without old ones holding you back? My new program, The Collective with Jennifer Radke, is a group coaching program for hospitality professionals that focuses on setting powerful and clear goals in a supportive community that promotes accountability. Visit www.krghospitality.com/mindset/ to find out more and claim your spot in the collective with me, Jennifer Radke. Have a great day. Bye.